here in Xinjiang, everywhere you go, you are like protecting your local culture. I think it's unique. There was one Cuban poet, the Cuban nationalist poet, Nicolás Guillén, that was his name. He said the best way to be international is to be national. That is important. I see that here in Xinjiang.
Good evening, welcome to Xinjiang. How many times have you visited Xinjiang?
No, never. This is my first time.
So how do you feel?
It feels really good to be here. Didn't expect feeling so well here.
What is your impressions of Xinjiang after spending almost 20 days here?
It's a big province. We have been most of the time in Urumqi. As the city is big, it's really modern. I'm impressed with the technology around. Especially, I'm really impressed with the way you are paying everything with your phones
WeChat.
And with cards.
Yes.
And you barely don't use cash. That is impressive.
I believe you have communicated with the local people here in Xinjiang.
Yeah.
So is there anything or anybody that impressed you most?
Well, I wouldn't say somebody, but I will say something. I'm impressed by the kindness of the people. I am very impressed on how nice the people are. For example, last night I purchased some roasted chicken in the street. I paid with a 10 yuan bill, but I thought it was 10 yuan. And the vendor, I just walk away with my chicken. And the vendor followed me for 5 or 7 meters to pay me back. So that was very kind of him. That is a small detail, not a big deal. 3 yuan is not a big deal, but it talks very well about him. I was very impressed with that.
So is Xinjiang depicted by the Western media the same as what you have seen with your own eyes?
Oh, of course not. Of course not. It's important to let clear something. That Western media, that free media, they don't care to lie. Always that they're following the orders for the great capital or the great power. They see emerging powers. They see another world, and they need to stop that. And I think it's not only Xinjiang, it's all China. When they refer about China, it's all the country.
I noticed that you all came here with your papers, and I wonder what your paper is about.
Well, like I said, I work at the National Museum of Decorative Arts. I am 40 years old right now. I get there to work first time in 2008 when I was 26 years old. When I got there, the former director of the museum, she suggested that I should take a good look at the Asian art collection because it was a collection that was not well studied or worked by the former colleagues. So I did. And when I went into the storages and I saw hundreds, over 1,400 pieces of Asian porcelain. Well, it's more than 2,000, but Chinese porcelain is over 14,000 pieces. And when I found an excellent collection of Chinese fans and ivory carvings and jades and many other things, I was amazed. So in 2014, I was awarded with a full scholarship from the Chinese government by request of the Cuban government to come here to study, and I chose Jingdechen Ceramic Institute. So I did a master degree on archaeology on the specialty of a study of ancient Chinese porcelain. So my idea of coming now to Xinjiang with all this background is to try to take in this opportunity that the One Road, One Belt gave us to put Cuba from our collection in the perspective of that initiative. I think we have good collection, a very good collection, to display a very good Chinese art in our museum, and there are other museums in Cuba which also have very good collections. And I think we can do a lot in that, and that will be my topic. The proposal of we as a nation with our Chinese art collection and how can we contribute to One Road, One Belt.
Are there any collections related to Xinjiang in your museum?
Well, now that I am here, I am very excited because we have, it's a beautiful piece. We have one vase, it's like this big. It's one Chinese porcelain vase from Kangxi period. It is made of something we know, Kangxi Wucai, Mingyao, Wai Xiaosi. It's export porcelain, the polychrome export porcelain from Kangxi period, from people's kiln or from folk kilns. And that particular vase represents the mythology of Xiwanmu.
So you've been to the Tianchi?
Yes, beautiful. I took beautiful photos there.
You know, there is a mythology about Xiwanmu in Tianchi, so that's kind of related, I guess.
Yes.
So what do you think of the cultural atmosphere in Xinjiang?
I think it's awesome. I think you have done here a great job because you are taking a minority and their culture, you are making it the symbol of entire province, a huge province, and you're promoting their dance, their language, their singings, their food, their musical instruments, their dressing, their handcraft or art and craft in general, and you can see that everywhere you go here in Xinjiang. But there's something I like the most also. We have received like 2 lectures about archaeology, and the work done in Xinjiang by the archaeologists, not only from medieval periods but from the prehistoric periods, it's excellent, it's outstanding. You know, they have done a great job. And where you can see that? In museums. It's excellent. Not only museums, you can see that everywhere, but I prefer museums.
Do you want to visit Xinjiang again?
I would love to be back here, and I would love to be back with my family, because that is something good of Xinjiang. I feel here very safe.